Morning musings from the tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. I hope you can hear me. Um, so, a couple of things. The first is I have taken social media off of my phone. I have taken it off of my daily life, and I'm letting it go for a month. That's what I decided to do. I haven't deleted anything, I'm just not there. And I have found already in this past few days, like I have picked up my book again, like an actual real book, and uh, spend some time, because I have the time to read. And it is one of my favorite things to do, which got lost in the social media upheaval of life. And I'm quite happy about that. I am focusing everything on YouTube. I feel a connection here with the people that are coming to my channel, that I am meeting, that we are painting together, we are talking about things. It is just much more of, it has that sense of human connection, so much more than social media, which is a swiping, you know. Um, I don't like to swipe anybody, and I don't like to be swiped. Call it what it is. Because my second thing is dealing with my my persona, who I am behind the mask that I wear and come out into the world. And that is my ego, obviously, but and it expresses itself in the form of vanity. So I can be vain, and I want everyone to think that life is perfect in this tiny little studio, that all of my paintings are perfect. Like I am constantly uh, my ego, the person behind the mask, is constantly hooked up onto this perfectionism that, and if it's not perfect, which of course it never is, never, then you don't put it out into the world, because if you put it out into the world, you will be criticized, you will be judged, and if you are judged, you're obviously not perfect. And that's vanity. I have that. I have struggled with that my entire life. And that is part of the reason why who I am and what I come to and what I talk about here on this channel is just being okay with good enough, because all I can be is good enough. And there's my example, yesterday's painting with acrylics, and knowing that it wasn't going to be a good painting, knowing that I'm going to really have to be good enough, and be good enough in front of everybody, right? To watch myself pretty much fail, quote unquote fail, this painting that I did in acrylics. Acrylics is a medium that I hardly ever use. I do sometimes, but not in a shortened period of time. Like I only give myself an hour. And that's a lot for a lot of people to do a study, right? For me, because it takes me quite a while to put a painting together. I'm a slow painter. An hour is nerve wracking. So I am doing this live in front of all of you out there, and the challenge, it's not just painting lemons for 30 days, but it's also the challenge of being a flop, of failing, of not doing the perfect job, by not being the great artist out there, right? Which my ego would love to latch onto. That, I won't even go there. I won't even entertain my ego on that one. But that's what's that's what's happening. So this 30-day challenge, today we're on day 23, has been not only giving me the opportunity to try mediums that I don't normally use, like acrylics, and I will do watercolors, which I'm assuming is going to be a flop on its own, but I'm going to do it anyways, and do it live, and you can all watch me flop and fail, and so it's becoming more comfortable with that idea of good enough. I mean, you can look at this painting up here and see that they're lemons. Well, that's good enough for me, right? I was trying to use the analogous color scheme with yellow, green, and blue as, the three colors. And I stayed pretty strict with it yesterday. I didn't add in black, ivory black, which is a blue. It's just a very, very deep blue. And if I had the ivory black in there, I could have done my shadows better. I could have grayed things down and they wouldn't be so blue. And if I was doing it in oils, it would have turned out a lot better. But that's not the point, right? So the point is to do something that I'm uncomfortable with, that I'm probably not going to do well within that hour, and open up to that, like open up to hopefully the more authentic self that I am, this more authentic person who, has her vanity, wants everything to be perfect, and I understand where the fear comes from, so where the that ego expression also comes from, and I understand that the person that I put out into the world is pretty much the opposite of that. To cover that up, to not be vulnerable to to what other people think. So this journey in this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island is really about learning how to create this little painting, this one, in a better way, in a more authentic way. And I don't think any of us can ever be truly authentic. I don't think we can, I mean, I don't think we can get there easily. I'm not saying that there aren't those incredible enlightened people out there who have done it. I doubt that I'll actually get to that point. I'm pretty certain of it, in fact. But I can keep opening up. And the process for me, the beauty of this tiny little studio and the things I'm learning in painting and the things I'm learning in this tiny little studio uh, is uh, is important to me. It means something to me, and from that stage, I can I can be okay with good enough here on this channel with you. And so um, I may not get the likes, the scrolls and the this and that, but that's not real communication for me, and that's not something that fulfills me. It really only feeds my vanity, and that has been unhealthy and is the reason why I have stepped away from that whole social media thing, grabbed my book, and I love real books, you guys. I still can't do the Kindle thing, the electronic books. No, I can't do it. I don't like it. I mean, of course I can if I put my mind to it, but I don't enjoy it. I want to grab it, to hear to hear the pages turn, to feel the paper between my fingers. I love that. I love that. Just like I love real communication. And although the communication here on YouTube is not in the same time, my mornings here, most of my people there in the States are sleeping. It's late. So I will get a response the next day for you guys when you wake up, or when you connect with me here, when you want to hook up with your creativity. And maybe there's something that I'm saying in these morning musings or in my YouTube channel here on painting that is useful for you as well. That's my hope. It'll be good enough if that happens, so that's where I'm at. Anything else? Goodness. Today I will be leaving the island, so I don't think that I'll be here at 6 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is an earlier painting again. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it. Maybe I'll just do this same painting again because I messed this one up so much, and just try and just alter it a little bit, just see if I can get the acrylics to work better this time, to just I think I'm just going to do the same thing and work through it that way. I don't know. You know how we artists are. We say one thing and then we decide to do something else. I may do that even, but I'm gonna use acrylics again, and maybe the same color scheme. I might add the black today just for the cast shadows. I don't know. Maybe. But I'm just basically going to be doing that. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be back in time for, October 24th, day 24 of the Lemon Challenge. So, oh, you know what I wanted to say? I had this great comment from Striker, right? I can't remember the numbers behind your name, but anyways, that was, oh gosh, I just had a mind. Have you ever had one of those things where you like think about something and then it's gone? I do that quite a bit. So hold on a sec. Let me just nip into. Okay, so Stryker says, really enjoy the energy in which you are pursuing this challenge. Your persistence is paying off. Getting so much better all the time. I think I am learning as much about perseverance as I am about painting. And I loved that. I loved that because for me as well, perseverance being an energy that lives, it lives in the concept of being good enough. It does not live in the idealized perfection realm. Nothing lives there. Nothing lives there but shame. And let me tell you, nothing but shame lives in that area of perfectionism. So, perseverance and good enough um, go hand in hand. And there's no other way, at least for someone like me, there's no other way to actually get better at anything if you don't embrace good enough and if you don't embrace perseverance. The roads won't open towards really beautifully and as authentically as we can manage paint our own masterpiece, whether if it's on a canvas or within ourselves. The two go hand in hand. So I really loved that comment this morning, reading that. So I wanted to shout that out, Stryker, and Stryker 1195. Now I got it. I wanted to shout that out and just really acknowledge that, mostly again for me who needed to hear it. And I have never actually put perseverance, the word perseverance, and good enough in the same context. And it really, really struck me this morning. So I want to thank you for your comment. All right, you guys, be inspired, be creative, be you. And I will see you all again later on. Pretty soon. You'll all be sleeping, but I'll see you all later in the live stream. Take care.